Hi, welcome to our channel. I'm Lizzie.
And I'm Melanie, and we are best friends in the kitchen. What are we making today, Lizzie?
We are making a creamy mushroom soup in my Ace blender.
Awesome.
It's really good. It's really good.
Oh, I can't wait. This is going to be exciting.
Well, let's see.
But before we get started,
I want to remind you to please subscribe to our channel. When you push the subscribe button, a notification bell will show up. And if you push that bell, it'll give you a reminder whenever we have a video.
what is all this great stuff about?
We are making a creamy mushroom soup in the Ace blender today.
Awesome.
And it's really easy to make, as all soups in the Ace blender are. Like that is,
Yeah.
I know it's a blender, and I don't use blenders very much, it turns out. But it's good to have. But the soup thing is just, because you can use an immersion blender is really good to use, right?
Mm-hmm.
Except it doesn't make it as smooth. Like this makes it so creamy smooth, and I love it.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
The ingredients. We have a variety of mushrooms. I have baby bellas and portobellas and oyster and shiitake, and that's it, I
I think that's it, yeah.
And to be clear, it doesn't matter. It's about 12 ounces of mushrooms, but you can have any mix you like, or just slice whatever you have on hand, or whatever is on sale, or whatever you want to buy. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I like having a fun variety.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper on that, and we're going to put those in the Omni and roast them for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then we have an onion that's roughly chopped, garlic that's just the skin removed, some thyme, and look, I have the thing, I don't know what you call it.
Yeah.
But it's going to be to, hopefully to take the thyme off of the stem, and I mean, it's really easy to do by hand.
It's the de-stimmer.
It's the de-stimmer. That's what I
There
got
you
there.
go.
And we have cooking sherry, and a brief word about cooking sherry. Everything I read says you should only use alcohol to cook with that you will drink, but I don't drink sherry. And I've used cooking sherry my whole life, and that's what we're using. But
Yeah.
feel free to use anything you have. The times I
Right.
bought real sherry, it stays on my counter getting yucky for years because I don't use it regularly.
Yeah.
And so the cooking sherry, 2 ounces of heavy cream and some broth. That's 3 cups of broth. And that's it. That's all you use. Salt and pepper.
Awesome.
Super
How
easy.
much garlic have you got there, Lizzie?
I think I have 4 cloves, but that's
Okay.
everything is to taste. Like last time when I
Yeah.
made this at home, when I tried it in the blender, it was a little bland. I needed more time, and I think we're gonna do like 2 tablespoons at the time, and I definitely need more salt and pepper. So to taste,
Right,
like everything
exactly.
else.
And you know, if you like another herb or two, figure out what you want to put in it, and that can be what you do.
So the first thing we're gonna do is clean off just show how you clean off mushrooms, because you don't wash mushrooms.
Yes.
You actually take a damp towel, either paper towel or regular, and where's the ones that need cleaning?
Right
And
there.
these are all cleaned already. If they're pre-sliced, they're pre-cleaned. You don't have to worry about that. Just take a damp towel and clean anything that looks like dirt. Mm-hmm. And that's really all you do. And I saved a few. This is a shiitake mushroom. And just a little bit of dirt. You can see it coming off. I like to use like the dry part of the towel too, because it kind of gives a little friction to get it. And the stem of this is the shiitake, right, is hard, and I'll cut that off.
Yes.
Okay, and that's it. So then if you buy your mushrooms pre-sliced, they're clean already. So you only have to do this for the whole mushrooms that you buy. I bought a variety.
I always washed my mushrooms, and then I met a chef, and the chef told me never, ever, ever.
And it has something to do with the water absorption,
Yeah.
and I just don't know exactly what.
I'm sure he told me, but
Yeah.
old age.
Okay. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these are the shiitake mushrooms.
Those are the shiitake.
And the end, the stem, like halfway down, it's a little like
It's woody.
woody. That's the word I wasn't going to say, but that's a good word for it. So I'm just going to cut I don't know what I was going to say, to be honest. So I'm just going to cut that off real quick. And then I'm going to roughly chop the mushrooms, and we're going to toss them with olive oil. And there's 2 tablespoons right there, and I don't know how much I'll use. I don't know if I'll need all that. And salt and pepper, and then we'll put them in the Omni. Melanie, do you want to preheat the Omni?
Ah, that's a good idea.
400 degrees for 10 minutes, if anybody cares.
All right, here goes the beep beep.
Beep.
Now, do you want to air fry them or do you want to convection bake them?
Because my Vortex, which is what I do at home, is
That's
air
air
fry. Let's
fry.
go ahead for air fry, which is what I did at home. And you could definitely do this in an oven or a toaster oven, probably. Your Omni Plus, your Omni, your Vortex, your basket air fryer, like anything you want.
Right.
It's just a quick. So I'm just going to roughly chop up the mushrooms now, and then put them in this bowl, this beautiful green bowl here, and toss it with olive oil. And with my hands, just make sure it gets everywhere. And then I'll think I'm gonna leave this one whole. I'm gonna chop it up afterwards.
Just to see.
No, so we can put some pieces of mushroom in the soup after it's all pureed.
Ah, okay,
So
gotcha.
I want one that's not gonna be cut.
So you don't want a completely creamy soup.
Right.
I mean, not creamy. Yeah, creamy. That's
Yeah,
the
I
word.
do. Right. I just want a little bit of mushroom in it, where you can tell there's mushroom in it.
Oh, these mushrooms are gorgeous.
They are.
I love mushrooms so much.
I do too. And these are the baby bellas, and these come chopped as well. And I almost bought that because it's easier, but I wanted to just show how you clean the mushrooms, and that's the only reason I
Right.
didn't. But if you buy them pre-sliced, then they're clean, and you don't have to worry about the whole part where you wipe off the dirt.
I never buy pre-sliced.
I do sometimes.
I don't think, I take that back. I think I have a couple of times when I was just in a super duper rush, but I really try not to.
Yeah, and it really just depends on what your time frame is, what you like doing. Melanie and I
Yeah.
tend to like knife work.
I do too.
Right,
It's therapeutic for me. I mean,
I feel
it's-
that way too. I
love
think it is too. All right,
Yeah.
so that's it. I'm gonna put these all in the bowl. That was nice and loud.
I'm gonna slice
Please
this
do.
one just in half because he's a little guy. There we go.
Yeah, okay. Wow, that bowl might not be the right size. I am
Look how
the worst
pretty.
judge of what size I need for anything. I get it wrong constantly. Do you think that might be too small? Because I'm not going to be able to get in there.
I think you need a bigger bowl.
I do too.
Yes. All right, we'll get one.
All right. All right, so I'm going to start with some of this olive oil. Just kind of toss it in there, not all of it. This is 2 tablespoons here. Oh, I am all of it. You can do up to 2 tablespoons and a little salt and pepper. And that's really just a taste. I really have no idea. I'm just kind of guessing here, and then I'm clean hands going in. It's the only way I know to really make sure that all the mushrooms get all of the, get.
Oh, and why not? It's fun.
Well, it is. It's tactile, right? Is that it? Is that the word I want?
That is
Tactile.
absolutely the word. It's so tactile.
I
and-
love that.
And olive oil is probably good for your hands. Make them nice and
I use it in all
soft.
my soaps. My best soaps have olive oil.
That's
so
right. That's right.
absolutely
You
true.
do.
All right, so putting these on this basket. This comes with the Omni Plus, yes, Melanie?
Yes, it does.
And they're not. Maybe I could have used. I don't think it matters that much. A bigger. Ooh, this is really slippery.
yeah, that olive oil
I'll
will.
let you put that in because my hands are olive oily.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I need to wash them. Okay, so I think I'm going to add a little more. Would you add a little more salt?
Absolutely.
Because I definitely have just a little more. And we're going to put those in. And it's preheated, right? We heard the little bell?
Yes, it's preheated. It just beeped.
The Vortex
Do you
really
want a
tells
little
you.
more pepper? Yes.
The Vortex really tells you in a really assertive way. And the Omni Plus
It's subtle.
gently reminds you.
I know.
We're ready.
I
It's
know.
time now.
I
What do you
actually
think?
wish the Omni Plus
Was a little
were
more
a little
assertive.
more
I
assertive.
hear that.
Yes.
Okay.
Now the thyme goes into the regular soup, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's it. Those ready to go in 10 minutes.
All right.
Okay. So the Omni Plus is preheated, and I'm going to put them in under the air fry shelf. Melanie, what shelf is that? Because you know by heart.
That is the middle shelf.
The middle shelf. Okay. I don't know what the middle is, but we're going to see if is that the middle?
I think that's the middle.
Oh,
I can't tell from this
I know.
angle.
I'll know when I close it because I'm not sure if I think it is.
Yeah.
No, I think it's got one more to go.
It's up one more?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna
There
put
we
the
go.
middle shelf, and then we will see you in 10 minutes.
Sounds great.
All right. Okay, the turn food time. I'm not going to turn the mushrooms, but I'm going to give them, a little shake. Oh, they look beautiful.
They do.
A little shake. There we go. Back we go. Just a little shake, and we keep going. Okay, there we go. The mushrooms are ready, roasted and delicious. Open this up. Okay, perfect. They really do look gorgeous.
Oh, they really are pretty. And here are Lizzie's beautiful mushrooms.
They really look perfect.
Oh, and they smell so good.
I want to point out how much mushrooms shrink, because do you remember when I first put them in?
Oh, yeah.
It was like loaded, and I thought, oh, it's too much, but it was just fine. So we're going to start. I have 3 cups of broth here. And so we're going to put that
And I'm going to leave
move Melanie out of the way. And I'm going to put in, this is a half a cup of sherry, cooking sherry. But it doesn't have to be, but that's what I chose, because it's what I had in the house. Like everything else, you just do what you want. What you got in the house works.
Yep.
And that's the liquid. And now we're going to put in, Melanie, you want to add the mushroom? No.
This is onion, I think.
Whatever you want to call it. Some people call that onion. I call it yeah, go ahead and put it in. This is roughly chopped. That's just 1 onion. And that's 3 cloves of garlic. I just mashed it to get the paper off, and that's all I did. And you pop it. 4. Actually, it's 4 cloves, but
Yeah.
you could do 3. You could do none. It just doesn't matter. And now we're going to try the thyme thing here, right? So I got to tell you the truth that you can see maybe. I did this off camera. I'm not overly impressed. Don't know where it came from. don't think it really works. But I'm going to give it a try on camera too.
So a gadget that I don't need to buy.
Most certainly do not need to buy, especially for thyme, because thyme is really easy to strip.
Right.
But I'm going to go ahead and do it, and I think you just find the size that works. So I don't know what that, well, a kale maybe would do on that one, but
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But this, the littlest spot is what I'm going for, and I'm going to try to go against the grain, and that's not working. Yeah, this is super annoying. Okay, and then you just pull it through, like, like that. This feels like a lot of work, and thyme is all over your counter now, so that's cool.
Yeah.
There's that.
Yeah, that's not worth it.
It's not worth it. So is it worth it? No.
Okay.
Will I ever use that again? Most definitely not. So I'm just going to quickly strip some of these. You want to strip some, Melanie?
Absolutely.
And just take some, yeah. If I can get at least a tablespoon, I'll feel good about it. I think I did less last time, and it needed more for sure.
Oh, this smells so good.
I know fresh thyme is really a great smell. I don't cook enough with different herbs.
Yeah.
I'll use rosemary sometimes. And if you don't have fresh, that's fine. You can use dried, but use less. So if I use a tablespoon, I would use like a half a teaspoon maybe. Okay, so that took about 45 minutes.
It took a while.
It did take a while to scrape it all, but that's about a tablespoon of thyme. In.
How pretty.
It is pretty, right? And then the mushrooms, right? That's all that's left.
The mushrooms.
Okay, and so, because Melanie doesn't have a food scraper, which still blows my mind.
I'm going to get one.
I almost bought you one this week, but you said you were going to get one, so I didn't.
I went to do it about 3 times on the internet and then got distracted. Life interfered. Imagine that. That never happens, does it?
Just pour them in. Sorry. Is that going to work?
Yes, it's going to work.
Okay.
Here, I'll hold it.
There
we go.
And there we go.
Oh, I gotta get that baby in there.
Get that in there.
Come on.
The mushrooms are so
Okay.
delicious. And that is it. Now we put the little, this is the mushroom that I held aside and chopped it up and put that in it. It's not a much, just a little bit. And I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. And really a little bit, because I'd rather taste it at the end. But just a little bit, because again, I think I said it was bland last time, so I don't want that again.
Here, I'll turn it towards you so you can turn it on.
Okay. I think we need to plug it in first. Pretty sure that's
That might be a good idea.
And it's a really snug fit when you get it on right. Like I really like the way it fits.
I'm going to hug you.
We're very close. Okay, so here we go. I'm just gonna go ahead and push the soup button, and it came to 2, and that's it.
That's all you do?
That's all you do. It's gonna
Cool.
start on its own right now.
Here it goes.
It's gonna whir for a few seconds. It'll stop. It'll do its thing. It'll come up to temperature, and then it'll count down 22 minutes.
Very cool.
At the very end, I will put the cream in and give it another whir.
And why do you wait to put the cream in at the end?
I just like I don't think you're supposed to cook the cream in with it. I'm not exactly
Right.
sure, but that's why. And if there's cheese, like I have made this with Parmesan cheese as well. It's really good. Also at the very end because it will bake on the bottom. And cleaning this is not its strong point. The cleaning is lovely with the, you put the soap in, but if things bake on the bottom, it is not the easiest to clean.
Gotcha.
Or at least not for me.
Okay.
So we will see you in 22 plus minutes.
All right.
Okay. As you can see, it's doing its thing. It's bubbling and things are happening. As you can see, and it's still not up to temperature. It still says on. Once it's up to temperature, it'll start counting down. And I just want to point out, this is in Celsius. You can change it to Fahrenheit. I forget exactly how, because I just don't care. It just starts cooking when it's at temperature. So it's not anything I ever think about. Oh, there it goes, doing its thing. Okay, see you
That
soon.
was doing a little spin there.
Yep.
Very cool.
What's it doing, Lizzie? It's finishing up. It's doing its thing.
That's cool. So is it finished?
It's finished.
Awesome.
Because it just beeped 10 times. Soft, a little less assertive than the Vortex, but still. So I'm going to add the cream now, and then I'm just going to turn it on to whir for a few seconds to incorporate the cream.
I like the whir.
I know. That's my sound effects. And I'm just now added the cream, and so now I'm just going to push it on low. Oh, cancel. All those things make you cancel first. That's an instant pot thing.
It
and
is.
just put it on low, and just give it a couple seconds to do its thing. That's it. We're done.
Oh, you just needed to incorporate it, just
get
that little
cream
bitty
in.
bit.
Yep. So the mushrooms I'm gonna put in like now, just mix it in. And I don't want them to get chopped. I just want them in. I just want just a little bit of texture in there.
Gotcha.
But first I'm actually gonna taste it to see if it needs salt or pepper.
There you are.
It's hot and creamy and delicious. I hope. Well, I know it's
Don't
hot and
burn
creamy.
yourself, be careful.
Don't tell me what to do. Okay, we got this. All right. Got enough salt? It's mushroomy and it's really good.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that is so good.
Yay! So now you just put the mushrooms in,
just
but
put
you
the
don't whir it.
No, I just
No,
like
you just put 'em in
it's
and
a
just
little
stir
bit.
it
It's just a
in.
little bit of
Okay.
texture, and that's all I do. And then I put it in a bowl, and then I eat it.
Sounds good. Let's do that.
Let's do that. And there you are.
It's beautiful, Lizzie.
Creamy mushroom soup made in the blender.
Oh,
It's
so
the greatest
nice.
thing. I love it. I do. I love it. I'm gonna
Here,
taste it
I'm
again.
going to lean it towards the camera just a little bit. Look how pretty. And now Lizzie gets to taste it.
And it really, I had enough salt and pepper this time, and the thyme, that tablespoon of thyme, much better. Last time I did just like a sprig, which is probably not even a teaspoon. So. Oh, that is really good.
That's comfort food to me. You know, I wish I could have some, but
I wish you could do.
yeah, next time, sometime.
This has been a lot of fun.
Yes, it has.
Thank you so much for joining us. Do I have mushroom soup on my face?
You do not.
Okay, good. Just making sure. Thank you for joining us. We are on social media. You can find us on Facebook in 2 places.
Lizzie and Melanie and
Go for it.
Instant Vortex Plus, Omni Plus, and other air fryers group on Facebook.
So you
I
got
did it.
You did. We're also
Yay.
on Instagram and Twitter. We're pretty much everywhere. So
Yeah.
please comment below. Give us a thumbs up if you like what you saw, and we will see you next time.
All right, great.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.